Hello everyone and welcome back to Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with number 19, 19 of Mr. Hop's Beer Bible Advent Calendar. So 5 more to go. Earlier today we have had that Bourboulogne, well, actually still have it here. The Bourboulogne Dansard by Brussels Beer Project. But we are still 5 days behind in our Mr. Hop Advent Calendar. So without further ado, let's reveal number 19, which is conveniently down here. A bright green can. Imperial Blond Jelster beer. Spelled B1er. Okay, I'm curious. Niks Geen Tralala J7, which means nothing, no bells and whistles. So I'm hoping that this is a straightforward beer. J*7, no idea what that means, but it does have a slogan. Hold tight. Powerful like a stranded flume from a sailor, or like a stranded sailor's flume. Okay, an IBU of 46 and 9.6% ABV. I would indeed call that imperial. Ingredients: water, malt, candied sugar, coriander, yeast, and a lot of hops. I see EKG, Northern Brewer, Simcoe, and Warrior. And Simcoe is basically the only one that I really know that I have worked with. So I'm very curious. Jelster Brewery in Rotterdam. So another Rotterdam brewery, just like that Rotterdam we had a few days ago. Yeah, already curious. Now we have discovered some very nice beers in this advent calendar. And even though us Belgians, we tend to laugh with Dutch beers, now, don't get me wrong, we will always be laughing with Dutch beers, but apart from that, it's a bit of playful banter, let's say, because we have discovered some really nice Dutch beers as well. Okay. Nice, pale, slightly hazy, bubbly, yellow color, but lovely looking beer. Snow white foam, very dense foam as well, a lot of foam too. This already looks promising. Ooh. Smells fruity, smells a bit sweet, a lot of carbon dioxide. What is that smell? Something I can't put my finger on, which isn't rare, of course, but... I couldn't say. Is it some kind of fruit or candy that I smell? There is this one particular scent that I really can't, I can't put my finger on what it exactly is. Now, apart from that, I do get a bit of fruit, a tiny hint of banana and a bit of peach. But it is, nicely perfumed, as we say in Dutch. Let's have a taste. Cheers. This is better than I expected, because when I smelled this beer, I expected something rather sweet, and you guys know I'm not really fond of too sweet beers. Now, of course, sometimes the alcohol concentration the ABV can hide that sweetness and take over on your taste buds, but oftentimes not too great. Again, personal preference. Now this beer, pleasantly surprised. First off, I do get a bit of sweetness in there, but it is, let's say, a pleasant level of booziness. Not too much, but nicely done. Quite floral. I feel like I'm smelling rose petals or something. And that really shines through in the taste as well. It is slightly herbal. I do get that coriander in there. And I think I'm getting a lot of flavors that are either new to me or at least in this context, because of all those hops that I don't really know or that I'm not familiar with. This actually slightly reminds me of La Chouffe, but of course that is also a strong blonde with a lot of coriander in it, maybe a bit of curacao as well. But yeah, this strikes me as a I don't want to say La Chouffe clone, because that sounds so so downgrading. But this does strike me as somewhere in that family, being it like 2% ABV stronger. A very nice take on that idea. And I think in this world of extreme amounts of IPAs, a nice strong blonde beer is often, yeah, forgotten and at least very, very nice. I also love the Imperial Blond by het Anker, Gouden Carolus in Mechelen. But this one is pretty nice. Now, I wouldn't drink this all night, because it is quite powerful when it comes to flavor as well, and that mainly that floral detail is a bit much for me. And maybe a bit heavy on the coriander as well. But I do like this beer. I really enjoy this. This is a pleasant surprise. Although I do think that I shouldn't drink too slow, because if we wait too much or too long and we let that carbon dioxide escape, that sweetness does get the overhand. So let's not do that. However, yeah, I am enjoying this. So how shall I score this one? I would say, let's give it a 3.5. Yeah. It is very nice, very average, very well brewed, and I mean average in the politest and kindest and most loving way I can. Now I am curious, because I just poured in a gush of yeast. So does this make it bitterer? Going Dutch here. Does this make it more bitter? Let's see. Well, it certainly made it richer in mouthfeel, of course. But if anything, it made it a bit sweeter, actually. A bit creamier, a bit smoother, but not more bitter, which is very often the case. But nonetheless, still a good beer, still 3.5 in my book. Anywho, people, thank you so much for watching. This is sincerely the last video for today. I know I've uploaded 4 again today because I didn't have the time yesterday. But yeah, no illusions here. Those first 2 were recorded yesterday. Anywho, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You will get notified whenever I upload something. And yeah, this time for real, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whichever one you celebrate. I couldn't care less. I just wish you guys all the best, and I would like to say I'll see you in the new year, but nope. I will see you guys again tomorrow with number 20 of this box. And at least I don't have to move it over again for 4 more days. Cheers, you guys.